Hey everyone, Orlokk Noxx here. If you've been online lately, you know Clavicular, Braden Peters, is everywhere. NYT just called him a beacon for status-obsessed young guys. Guardian ripped into his malign chauvinist philosophy. And the memes? Nonstop. Frame mogged by an ASU frat leader. Fake ID arrest. Charges dropped, by the way. Fashion week chaos. Nightclub scraps. The guy's turning every wild moment into viral gold. At 20, he's got the fame, the wide clavicles, 19.5 inches biacromial, impressive, the $100,000 plus kick months. But here's the thought experiment that's been on my mind. What if I, 37-year-old me, woke up in his body tomorrow? Same frame, same hype, same Luke's maxing grind, but with my brain, my years, and a lot less chaos. How would I run it differently? Let's break it down. First off, I get the appeal. At 20, who wouldn't want that instant status? Mogging strangers, runway gigs, girls on stream. It's dopamine city. Clavs extreme. Steroids since 14. Peptides. Bone-smashing promo. Leanness maxing to the edge. Short term? It works. He's blown up. But I've lived long enough to see hype cycles crash. Fame without substance is like building on sand. One frame mog, one bad night, and the whole thing wobbles. Clavs talking burnout, quitting after ASU. That's the red flag. So, if I was Clavicular, I keep the looks game strong, gym, diet, posture, the basics that actually last. No hammers to the face or risking health for marginal gains. Diminishing returns hit hard after a point. But here's where maturity kicks in. I treat it like strategy, not a sprint. Sun Tzu in The Art of War. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. Clav picks every battle. Nightclubs, streams, random mocks. Me? I pick my fights. Conserve energy. Avoid cortisol spikes that wreck gains long term. Build alliances instead of enemies. Use the platform as a tool, not the goal. Machiavelli in The Prince nails it. Appearance is power, but maintain it cunningly. It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. Clav chases endless validation. I'd use the fear/respect to create real leverage. Invest the earnings, network beyond the manosphere. Read more than mirrors. Turn flash into foundation. At 37, you know one setback doesn't end you if you got depth. Look, I'm not hating on the hustle. Clav's doing things worth talking about, and that's why we're here. But fame at any cost? I've seen enough to know it burns bright and fast without wisdom. If I was him, I'd mentor from inside. Kid, read this book between streams. Build power that outlasts ratios. At my age, I've learned resilience beats perfection. One mog doesn't define you, strategy does.